Might be a little bright here. We didn't pull the blinds down because I want to. Hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Are you here for a full moon ritual? I am, and I was just welcoming everybody who's in the room. So I'm so happy to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is our first full moon of spring. It's light outside, and it's going to be light outside even when we're done. That makes a Leo very, very, very happy. So it's so good to see you guys. Okay, so tonight. It's funny. So I am an academic by training, and I have to tell you, I did more preparation, more research tonight for tonight's ritual than I've done probably since we started 5.5 years ago. Okay, because I mean, literally, I probably read 5 or 6 full books, probably about 1,500 pages to get ready for tonight. Now, I do that because I actually think that part of this is an intellectual experience for you guys on some levels. I assume it is. I mean, I assume that you come not just for the ritual itself, but to learn about these powerful figures. And I love to learn too, and I love to explore what these things meant. I will tell you, the Mayan and Aztec civilizations, which is what we're here focusing on tonight, and I just want to say happy full moon in Libra. The Mayan and Aztec civilizations, it depends, right, how you look at it, but I think they are probably the most powerful pantheon when it comes to certain energies. And having spent a lot of time with healers from the Yucatan and working with healers and mystics from the Amazon and that entire region, which is, I spend a lot of time with people who work this magic, have this in their physical lineage as well as in their spiritual lineage. How many of you guys have Mayan Aztec in your physical lineage? And that means basically all South America, right? In your physical lineage, like mother, father, all the way back down the line. Okay, and how many of you have it in your soul lineage? No, for sure, past life, Mayan Aztec, somewhere southern. Okay, so that's pretty much all of us. You either had a life there this time, or you have had a life there before, which I think is very powerful. And I think that's true for a lot of us, which is why when we see symbols like this, how many of you know what this is? Some of you are wearing them. They're all like, me, I see it. There are symbols, and this is part of what I love about the work I do too. Symbols are very powerful. So it's possible for you to look at this and have never seen this before, and all of a sudden feel your pulse start to race a little bit, and you get a little sweaty. Okay, that happens to people when they see symbols like this. This is a portal. And talk about this tonight because we're actually going to use this to go and connect with Itzamna and Chel tonight. And so my hope is that tonight I can not only introduce you to this very powerful set of deities, but I can also inspire you to think about creation and manifestation in your own life. So I'm going to start by talking to you, after I smudge, I'm going to start by talking to you about altar creation and altar placement for an altar dedicated to creativity and manifestation. And we're going to talk about different ways that you can think about that, and then how you should go home tonight and set up an altar. And then what I want, if you're willing, is I would love for you to go do this and then actually take a picture of what you create and put it on our event page so we can all see each other's creativity altars, which I think is really beautiful. We are working with the Mayan god of creation and goddess of creation tonight. There are no more powerful deities in that context. The Popol Vuh, is that a familiar term to you? Okay, so the Popol Vuh is the written Mayan creation story. And the Popol Vuh identifies Chel certainly as the creation goddess, and Itzamna as one of 2 primary creation gods. And interestingly, there's very little known about Itzamna other than the fact that he is a creation god. He took the form of an animal, an iguana. It's very common. Mayan gods and goddesses shapeshifted frequently. So Chel took the form of jaguar when she would shapeshift to her animal, spirit animal, form, and Itzamna would shapeshift to iguana. Interestingly, they did not create the earth. Does anybody know which Mayan god created the earth? A little quiz time. No? Huracan. What does that sound like? What does Huracan sound like? Hurricane, right? So Huracan is the Mayan god of winds and storms. And Huracan is who created the earth. And in the Mayan pantheon, the earth has 3 levels. Starts to sound familiar in shamanism, doesn't it? The lower realm, the middle realm, the upper realm. And so Huracan noticed that there was a vacuum when he created the 3 levels of the 3 worlds. And so he created what they call the ceiba tree. And so the saber tree is this huge tree of life. And what I love is, and I've told you this before, my goal with you, like at the end of all of our time together, when we're all old and gray and sitting around going, remember those rituals that you used to do with your crazy hair, you know? And my hope is that when we're having those fun conversations, we're old and laughing about all this, that you say, you know what, the one gift you gave me is you've showed me how it's all connected. If anybody says that to me, I will feel like my whole life and everything that I worked hard for made sense. I really feel like that's my purpose for being on the planet. So here's what's fascinating. The Seba tree, okay? Huracan plants the Seba tree to connect the 3 levels. In every tradition, is there not a tree of life? You know what I mean? So Huracan sent the roots of the Seba tree down into the lower realm, built the body, the trunk of the tree in the middle realm where we live, and then Huracan sent the leaves and the branches up into the upper realms to connect the 3 realms with this energy, this life force energy of this incredibly sacred tree, which is still sacred in most of South America today. So that is, honestly, that's a honey badger guide to the Mayan story of creation in 4 minutes. That's about as small as I can make that story. Does sound like Shaka Khan. It does. So I love that. I love that we have a good sense of humor about all that. Okay. Now, a couple other things I want to tell you. So a full moon in Libra feels like creation of space for communication. And one of the things I want to encourage you, even outside of our ritual tonight, is I really want you to think, because we're in this season, entering this season of creation, I want you to think about how you can improve communication in your relationships. And tonight, under this full moon in Libra, I want you to set an intention. Oh, beautiful. Oh my gosh, I would love it. Please. Look how beautiful she looks just walking over here carrying that. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And it's purple.
And it's purple. I'm getting a little gift. I have to say thank you.
Got it.
Thank you, my sweetheart. So beautiful. Look at this beautiful orchid. Isn't that wonderful? That's beautiful for spring. I will treasure that. Thank you. I want you to set an intention for tonight, under this full moon, for how you can improve communication in your relationships. Okay? I want to think about that for a moment, because that full moon in Libra is trying to get you to open up. I mean, have you seen it all day? It's trying to get everybody to open up. And some of us are going with the flow and some of us are resisting it. But I think, I was saying, did you guys see the video I posted today about trying to get you ready for tonight? Okay, cool. And one of the main messages of that video, if you haven't seen it, you should still go watch it. One of the main messages of that video is you only have 4 months to do what you want to do in 2017. Does that blow your mind? We just turned the wheel to spring. You have April, May, June, July. August 1st is Llamas, and it's downhill to harvest. Sorry. Sorry. So what I was saying in the video is we've been in this beautiful place of like, oh, we're just coming out of winter. It's spring. How beautiful. And now it's like, go, 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 go. Go, go, go. So I want to kind of amp you up a little bit tonight. I'm going to try and use the energy that we're raising with this beautiful full moon. I'm sweating, so I'm going to take my jacket off. Sorry for there's a lot of show happening there, but just enjoy it for a minute. Goddesses aren't shy. But there's a lot of, I want to kind of rile you up a little bit, because I want you to feel the burst of energy, and I want you to use that burst of energy to create what you want to create for the rest of the year. It's really hard when we get to July, August, and people go, I'm ready to get started on all the work of the year. And it's like, nope, nope, that happened in April. So let's be here now. Okay. So I'm going to smudge first before we go too much further into altar creation. And so for tonight, what you need is your tools. If you have your candles, your perfumes, your gemstones, look at that. That Libra full moon is blowing a lot of air on my sage. Send this to you. Amazon Prime. Amazon for the win, everybody. You too can torch everything you have. It's so awesome. It's a culinary torch. It's the thing they use to make creme brulee. Or it'll, you know. It's so good for the Palo Santo. You're the only other person I've ever heard say that. I'm telling you, it's the business. And people are like, oh, do you sell them? No. Go to Amazon Prime, get $20 going, and then you just refill it. That's the beautiful thing. I mean, I've refilled it probably 3 or 4 times, and that's it, and I use it every day. So it's kind of it's a good value, I think. Torch. It does make your sage bundles last not as long because you're literally frying the whole thing. But sometimes you need it. So that's okay. Okay, so we have smudged. I'm going to just send the selenite wand around just to open the container, and that is open. Okay. So we are working with all the tools here. We're working with Chel perfume. I hope you love the perfumes this time. Chel is very chocolatey, isn't she? Chocolate was sacred to Chel. Cacao, sacred to Chel. It dries down to a floral note, but there's some chocolate there. And Itzamna is very different, but Itzamna had to have a little bit of fire. They work beautifully together. So let me send these around if you don't have them so that you can try them. And then we have our herbs and we have our stones. Did anybody make a Pachamama with the kit that we had? Are you waiting till Earth Day? We're doing it as a team on Earth Day. I'm going to be putting a video out to teach you how to do a ritual honoring Pachamama. But I would highly recommend, if you're going to do it, at least put Chel's herbs in your Pachamama, in your offering to the earth. Everything that's in here is highly sacred to the Mayan civilization in particular. The Itzamna herbs are as well. I mean, obviously there's copal in there and there's dogwood, which is very sacred, but the maize and the cacao shell, there's almost nothing more sacred to the Mayan gods and goddesses than what are in these tins. And so we specifically did that so that if you make a Pachamama, you have exactly what you need to have to bring good favor from the gods. And really interestingly, in the Popol Vuh, so the Mayans created humans 3 times. Do you know this story? I'll tell you like super fast. Mayans created humans 3 times. And they didn't want to create humans. This is the funny part. Mayans really just wanted to create animals. It's true. But then the animals didn't talk. So the gods were not pleased. I mean, the Popol Vuh is it's not funny, but it's you can just kind of see the trajectory, right? So the gods made humans 3 times. And the last time they were pleased, the 3rd creation was made out of maize. The 3rd generation of human creation was made out of corn. And this pleased the gods. And so that is the ultimate story of creation. Now, ku, I love words. I love language. I was trained as a linguist, so I'm really interested in language. Ku, K'(UH), means the sacredness. Isn't that beautiful? Like, we don't even have a word for that. We have the word sacred, but not sacredness. It's a condition of being sacred. And that comes from one of the most ancient of the Mayan languages, Ku, K'(UH). Hunab-Ku is the Mayan god of death and rebirth. And it's really interesting. I was in Tucson a couple of years ago. I should have brought it, but it's still packed, actually. I haven't fully unpacked my crystals since I moved last summer at home. So I was talking to this man, and I'm not going to digress too long, but I just want to share this story with you. So it shows you what an interesting synchronistic universe we live in, right? I'm in Tucson, and I'm talking to this man, and he just had such charisma, and we had such an energetic just bump off of each other. And so he ended up telling me the story, how he and his friends were like, discouraged. California was too expensive. They just wanted to get away. They just wanted to play with rocks. And so they up and left and just went to Mexico and connected with, they're backpackers. They connected with these carvers, these guys who carve amber and were importing blue amber, like I had a couple of weeks ago. And so I'm talking to him, and I'm like, he looked down, and I had the Popol Vuh. So he goes, "You reading that?" Well, actually, yeah, a little light reading for my my vacation or whatever, my trip to Tucson. And he said, what's your favorite story, or what's your favorite symbol, or whatever? And I said, probably the Hunab-Ku. And he goes, I can't believe you're really saying this right now. So we're having this like whole synchronistic conversation. And I'm talking to him, and I look down, and sitting right in front of him is a carved Hunab-Ku out of blue amber. I did not see it before I said Hunab-Ku to him, okay? And so he goes, no one's ever said Hunab-Ku to me. That wasn't in my circle or didn't know these things. And he said, I literally was at home today, and I came here, and I went back home because something told me to bring that carved Hunab-Ku, so it's going to come up today. Mm-hmm. And so he's like, I literally looked down, he had chills all down his arms. And so he goes, I don't want to talk you into this, but I think you need to have it. And I was like, well, crap. My husband certainly isn't going to think I need to have it. A carved blue amber Hunab-Ku. Anyway, long story short, I do have it. I was like, you're going to have to really help a sister out to make that happen today because I don't need this at all. So, but it was just this really fun story about just being in the middle of Tucson with this guy who was telling me about how he just picked up and left and went to Mexico and was looking for inspiration. And now he works with these carvers, and he knew what the Popol Vuh was, but he didn't until he got to Mexico. And it's, you know, what I have found is the more you look, the more you're going to find. And when you start to open yourself to all of this, the universe will just start pouring wisdom, information, insight, exploration, you know, and you'll find what you're looking for. And sometimes, I always say it with like a note of caution, sometimes I think you have to pace yourself. Do you know what I mean? Have you ever had that spiritual experience happen where if I had kept going down that rabbit hole, I knew I was either going to end up moving to South America. Like I just felt a life disruption was possible with that whole experience. So I stopped right then and actually put that carving away. I just felt like this isn't for me to work with right now. I just was supposed to meet this man and have this conversation, but like why was I carrying the Popol Vuh? Why did we have that conversation? And so at the end of the conversation, he said, I really think you need to start to introduce your audience more to these deities and to this path. And I said, the reason I haven't yet is the Mayan path is no joke. You know what I mean? Not that the rest of it is. I'm not saying any of it is. But I am saying there are certain pantheons where you don't open that door unless you're going to walk in. Does that make sense? And it's funny because here's what's really funny. I think that this ritual tonight and these tools are probably some of the most powerful I've ever made. And yet people were hesitant to work with them. Isn't that funny? People have an innate sense. And that's okay. And so what I would tell you is don't be hesitant, but be mindful and respectful. And if you do have the tools, I promise you, you set up a creativity altar tonight or tomorrow, and something is going to come through for you. I've been so guided to tell you, you literally have 24 hours from now to get that altar set up and dedicated the way I'm teaching you tonight if you want to do this. Are you interested? Are you game? Okay. It's all happening for a reason. So tonight we're going to walk through the sacred Chicana to encounter the Mayans together. And I'm very excited to take you there. Okay, so let me tell you briefly about altar creation and altar setup. Any questions, by the way, about anything I've said or talked to you about so far? Are you excited? Are you into it? Do you feel it? Yeah? Okay, good. This is called the Bagua map. Have you seen this before? If you're in my classes, you sure have, because I talk about it all the time. This is feng shui. This is where sacred space needs to be according to the flow of energy in a space. Okay, so there are 9 quadrants in, you can think about your whole house this way or individual rooms this way. Okay, does that make sense? But you always want to imagine that you are standing where it says career and work. So this is the front of your space. Okay, where you're going to go to put your creativity altar, for the most part, is going to be west. Okay, west. So when you go home tonight, if you want to set up a creativity altar for creation, new beginnings, so on and so forth, look at the westmost direction of your house and see if there's a place there that it would make sense. Now, if what you're trying to manifest is prosperity or abundance, who's in that situation, then you don't want to go west, you want to go southeast. Okay? I'm just going to run through this with you really, really quickly. I don't have time to teach this all to you tonight. We will certainly post the map for you, and you can easily find the map too. This is public domain. Okay, this is not Sage Goddess. This is like feng shui for the world. So you want to go due south if you're trying to manifest fame. Almost nobody I know tries to do that, and I highly recommend not trying to manifest that per se, but if you want that, you go to the south. Southeast is for prosperity. And then if you want to focus on manifesting love, which is going to be next month with Isis and Osiris, then you're going to want to go southwest with your altar, okay? Now, if you just want well-being, if you just want to manifest well-being, a centeredness, then you're actually going to go in the center of the room or center of the home to do that. Okay, so it's sort of an all-purpose. But if you're looking specifically for creation, you're going to go due west. Any questions about that? Any other altars you're thinking about setting up that you'd like to know about placement for? Or questions about that? Yes?
You're going to have multiple altars, yes?
Oh, girl. The question was, can you have multiple altars? You know, there is no 12-step program. Yeah. kind of scary. There should be.
No.
At some point, if there's 100 altars, are any of them altars? You know what I mean? Like, it's, I don't know. But what I've done in my house, because I'm actually something of a minimalist, my house would surprise you when people come over, they're like, really, that's it? I don't have everything out all the time, because here's the thing, you'll lose your mind. I mean, you can't have everything out. I'm really good though at curating and switching things out so that everybody gets a turn. I don't just ignore things, because the crystals don't like to be ignored. But I will tell you this before we get started. And by the way, we can turn the air. I know it's warm in here. Does anybody want to just turn the air down real quick in the corner there? You'd be helping me and this poor lady here and anybody else who might be having a personal summer situation. So you don't want to have everything out all the time, and it actually will make you crazy, just the energies of everything, because you have to figure out what works with what. And some energies are not copacetic, you know, so you want to kind of feel into that a little bit. But I will tell you that what I've started doing, instead of full-blown whole hog altars, objects in the location aligned with the intention. Do you know what I mean? A single stone, a single generator, because if you're going to start to do this, you're going to want to have things in all the corners. And that can end up looking like a real shit show. Okay? It can. Okay. Any other questions? That was a great question, though. Great questions, actually. Yes.
So where do you put the crystals that you decided are, it's not their turn?
Mm-hmm.
Because I understand they don't like to be put away in boxes. So where would you put the ones that you used last month that people are not coming or do?
It's kind of up to you. I mean, sometimes it's nice if you have like a glass cabinet or something where things are still visible, but they're not out. Or, you know, we have clusters of things around the shop here, but they're all with intention. Like we have a lot of rose quartz generators here, but that's intentional. It's not just, you know what I mean? So you can put multiple things out. I think part of it is, I love the word curation. I really do think you have to learn to be a good curator of your tools, of the energies, of everything else. And that's what I hope I'm teaching too. It's like, not just what these things are, but how to work with them together so that they maximize the flow of energy in your home. Your home should have some kind of water feature in the south. You can get a cheapy little fountain on Amazon and put it there. You need a water feature in the south. You need some sort of anchor in the center space of your home, whether that's a statue or a crystal of some kind. And I highly recommend having at least an homage to something for prosperity in the southeast, even if that's just a Lakshmi statue or a small tumbled piece of citrine or something. Go to the southeast corner of your house and just tuck it there. Feng Shui is a real deal. It really works. You'll start to see. And you know, other things we could spend, I literally could spend weeks teaching you about how to orient your bedroom and where to place your bed and how to hang mirrors and all that stuff. And it's a really fun thing to learn. And if you invest the time in learning, it will expand your metaphysical and magical practice exponentially. Really, really it will. Okay? Any other questions? Yeah, fish tank. Fish tank's a water feature. Yeah.
If you're looking for a new place,
Mm-hmm.
that would go into creation?
It would. I mean, I'm just looking at the Bhagwan map. I don't see anything else that really would align better with that, except maybe there is a quadrant for helpful people. Isn't that interesting? So that could be good too. And that is southwest, or I'm sorry, northwest is the quadrant for helpful people. But the mantra here is expect to give back only what you give out. It's fascinating, isn't it? It's so good. And Mia says in the feed, does anyone else struggle with their partner not supporting this practice? That's an evil laugh on my part. Yes.
There are people on the stairs. I don't know how you usually accommodate. Bring in more
There's so much room here.
So much room.
No, in fact, yeah, everybody should come up off the stairs. Yep. Yeah, everybody should move up and closer. We're at standing room only tonight here at Sage Goddess. Okay, so here's the thing. Oh my good Lord.
Oh, asking you shall receive.
Kind of want to turn the camera around so you can see. Yes, Haley, you can. You can base the math on the layout of your house directions. So, and like I said, you can feng shui your whole house. You can just go room by room. I do the whole house. If you want to know how I do it, I do the whole house. I don't do room by room. But it's up to you. Okay. Thank you to that kind gentleman in the back for saying, thank you so much. Okay. You want me to show you? They want to see you guys. Hold on. Told you. Yeah, wait. Come on in. Somebody can sit on my lap.
I'm here.
She knows I'm not kidding. Okay. Okay. Let me bring you back to focus because we have a lot to do. Okay. So you have, according to my meditation, okay, I get downloads of information, things I'm supposed to tell you, things I'm supposed to tell you to do. I've been told to tell you that you have 24 hours from right now to set up, if you want to do the exercise with us, to set up a creation altar in your home that will double as a manifestation altar for you. And that altar, as we just said, should go due west in your home. If you have the Itzamna and the Chel candles, that would be the first two things I would put there. If you have any other Mayan tools like the chimpy stones, anything like that would also be advisable to put there. And then beyond that, you want to put anything in the color orange because sacral chakra is the chakra of creation. So you want to put orange candles, orange stones, anything like that. And then in terms of scents for creation, we think of ginger, bless you. We think of ginger as a scent of creation. All of the citrus essential oils are creation. And so those are other tools that you can use. And I like to layer things, you know, you can diffuse scent, you can use crystals, put a beautiful quartz generator there, or a different kind of generator, an orange calcite generator or a rose quartz generator. It depends on what you're trying to create. 24 hours, okay? And I would love to see a picture. Okay, if you post a picture, I will do a little work on your image, sending blessings to your space. So if you post that, I'd be happy to do that for you. All right, are you ready? Here we go. Have your candles, have your stones, have your oils. Okay. And then close your eyes, roll your shoulders back. It's really beautiful when you create an altar, especially if you are into offerings. I'm very into offerings. Just a little bowl with your herbs, for each Chel, and maybe you want to leave an offering of chocolate. She loves cacao, just leave little offerings, decorate your altar, put dried flowers out to represent the coming of spring. I mean, you really get into it. And if you start getting into it, altar creation can be really fun. It can also be expensive. So just start real small. Altars have this way of growing, don't they? They just, okay. Hashtag all the things. Okay, close your eyes, roll your shoulders back, get nice and comfortable. I'm going to open our circle for us. So hands on your knees, palms up. That's your nice receptive position for energy work. I want you to imagine a siren off to the west. No. I want you to imagine a beautiful white beam of light, about 4 to 6 inches in diameter, extending from your left hand. And this light ultimately comes from you, begins with you, but it's coming through source. It's coming from source down through you, through your energy centers, and then out through your left hand. I really want you to give that beam of light a texture, a temperature, really feel it in your hand, feel it warm in your hand. And I want you to see that beam of light extend out of your left hand, and it'll extend into the right hand of the person who's sitting next to you, here in the room or online, wherever you are, through the right hand of that person, up through their energy centers, out of their left hand. And so it winds around the circle clockwise tonight, gathering us, uniting us, connecting us across space and time, across season and hemisphere, across continent and bodies of oceans. And that energy will continue to wind its way around until it comes back to you in your right hand. You should feel both of your hands pretty warm right now as you're holding the beautiful energy of this circle. And let that energy come through your right hand up to your elbow, over your shoulder. Let it just come and wash through all of your chakras and energy centers. This beautiful beam of light that we work with every time we open a circle together is very pure. It's pure love, pure potential, pure manifestation, pure protection, pure connection, pure ease and joy. And this is available to you all the time. So as you have this experience of this beautiful white light that's coming through, just allow yourself to receive it for a moment, knowing that everything that you send into that beam of light is coming exactly and directly back to you. So you can send beautiful, energies of peace and forgiveness. You can send energies of love and acceptance. You can send energies of health and well-being tonight. I know a lot of people need that. A lot of energies of forgiveness. So it is. You feel it in your hands, nice and warm. I wrote a brand new directional invocation for tonight. And so I'm going to read that for you now. Just keep your eyes closed. Light prevails here in the north, and tonight we gather by full moonlight, as our ancestors have for thousands of years, to honor the light and to summon energies of creation and manifestation together. All hail the sun god as he unites to create life with his goddess. Now, as the days grow longer to highlight their embrace, we honor within ourselves all that has been conceived. All that grows within, pregnant tonight with possibility, we celebrate our becoming together. And we begin in the south tonight. I'm doing a little switch up on the directions to honor our guides tonight, our Mayan guides. We begin in the south, Mayan and Aztec powers rising in the direction of courage, fire, and strength. Chel, Moon Mother, Rainbow Goddess of life and birth, Snake Goddess of transformation, we honor you. We see your jaguar strength and welcome your magical visions of death and growth. Great Moon Mother, bless us tonight with your creations. Bless our creations as well. Guardians of the South, thank you for bringing us to Chel's sacred sanctuary and offering us communion with her. We are here, you are here, and together we turn to and bow to the South. So I want you to take a moment and notice where South is in the room, which would be this way. And I actually want you to physically turn wherever you are and just a bow to the South. In this direction, we honor our brothers and sisters of the fire realm, and that's you if you are Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. Next, we move west tonight, Mayan and Aztec powers rising in the direction of renewal, restoration, and peace. In the west, we meet Chel as rain goddess, serpent mother, bringing her chalice of divine waters, amniotic fluid of life, poison waters of death. They all flow here in the west, and we seek the balance of life and death as we approach. Great guardians of the West, thank you for bringing us to Chel's sacred sanctuary and offering us communion with her. We are here, you are here, and together we turn and bow to the West. And in this direction, we honor our brothers and sisters of the water realm, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Now we move north around the wheel. Mayan and Aztec powers rising in the direction of earth, grounding, and protection. Here we greet Chel as warrior goddess, bringer of justice and retribution, carrier of karmic energies. Guardians of the north, thank you for bringing us to Chel's sacred sanctuary and offering us communion with her. We are here, you are here, and together we turn and bow to the north. And in this direction, we honor our brothers and sisters of the earth realm, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. And finally, we move east. Around the great wheel tonight, Mayan and Aztec powers rising in the direction of breath and air, new life, clean beginnings. Here we greet Chel as doula goddess, midwife of newborns, carrier of the life force. Guardians of the East, thank you for bringing us to Chel's sacred sanctuary and offering us communion with her. We are here, you are here, and together we turn and bow to the east. And in this direction, we honor our brothers and sisters of the air realm, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. My wish for you tonight, sweet brothers and sisters, I'm so grateful for your presence, is that the balance of these four elements will make itself known to you tonight and always. And together we say, Amen. Aho, so it is. Aho, so it is. And we sit actually in the middle of Passover and Easter. And you may not be Christian or Jewish this time, but you probably have been before. I celebrate both traditions with my family, and I just want to say, in honor of those traditions, even though we're working with Mayan and Aztec magic tonight, I really want to say a blessing to all of you who are celebrating either of those holidays. It is such a beautiful time of transformation, rebirth, and ascension. And I personally find great comfort as someone who was raised Christian and who is married to a person who is Jewish and raising my children as interfaith children. I take great comfort in the remembrance of what these holidays signify, which is freedom and rebirth and renewal always being possible and available to you. So we would say in Greek, we would say Christos Anesti this weekend. So Alithos Anesti, right? So thank you so much. I just wanted to put that out there because one of the things I think people really appreciate is that I do honor all the paths in the light, I should say. And so those are two that are very important to me. Okay, so this is the Chakana. I'm going to be taking you in here in a minute. And I just want to show you, it's actually a very complex symbol that represents all of these different energies: love, protection, trust, connection. And this is, in many ways, this is another way of seeing the great medicine wheel. Can you see it? Right? It's broken down into the quadrants. Each of the quadrants aligns to a direction. And so this is, in many ways, it's, to me, I prefer it over the medicine wheel. There's a lot of fire happening, even though it's a Libra full moon. I don't know what to say. But I'm going to show you this one for our purposes tonight, because what I want you to know is this is actually a representation of those three realms that I told you from the Popol Vuh, okay, which is the lower, middle, and upper realms. And then the center is where the shaman enters. This is the shaman's entrance to the three dimensions. Does that make sense? So tonight, you're coming with me through the shaman's entrance. And what's going to happen is I've set the intention, but you have to receive the intention. It has to resonate with you. That Itzamna and Chel will take you to one of the realms tonight, okay? Whichever one you need to go to right now. All of the realms have their own magic, so it depends. If they take you to the center realm, the middle realm, that's your current state of consciousness, and it means you have work to do right now, where you are at your current state of consciousness. Does that make sense? If they take you to the upper realm, that can mean a lot of different things, but usually what it means is you need to connect more fully with your creator, with the divine, in order to bring through what you're trying to create. And then if they take you to the lower realm tonight, what that means is you probably have a spirit animal ally, or some wisdom that needs to come either through the crystals, through the tools, okay? Because the lower realm is the domain not only of the spirit animal people, but also the tree people, the roots of the tree people, and also the stone people. Does that make sense? So it kind of depends on what your medicine is, and it'll be fun for you to see where they take you. And they might take you to all three places. So just keep an open mind. Any questions before we get started? All right. So I'm going to light my candles. I have my candles on my little candelabra so you guys can see them too. Ooh. And I'm already anointed. And so you can choose to work with any of the stones that are really, really resonating with you. I've been called to this fire agate and the red aventurine all day. So those are the two that I'm going to take with me into this journey. But I want you to work with the ones that are calling to you. Fire agate is about transformation, and red aventurine is everything. Red aventurine is grounding, it's transformation, it's sending your roots down deeper into the earth, it's accepting what is and transforming what could be. It's a very powerful stone, so I'm going to be working with these two tonight. Okay, so roll your shoulders back, close your eyes, come back to that receptive position, hands on your knees, palms facing up. And so we enter, so we approach tonight the great Chakana, the great Incan cross. And as we approach, we ask for the blessings of all of the gods and goddesses in the great Mayan and Aztec pantheons tonight as we approach you in the southern hemisphere. So grateful for the direction, for the guidance, for the beauty and the power and the wisdom that you bring. Honoring the fact that so many of us have either physical past lives or spiritual past lives where we have walked these roads, climbed these pyramids, connected with these energies, made these sacrifices. Many of us know these energies well. And so as we approach with great humility, we give thanks for what we will see here together tonight. And so I want you to imagine this great Chicana not as a one-dimensional shape, but I want you to imagine it as an actual door, off in the distance from where you are now, way far ahead of you in the distance, but being able to see the shape and make the shape out clearly for yourself in your mind's eye. And it's a grand door. This Chicana is, imagine it would be 10, 15, 20 feet high and the same dimensions wide. And that space, that center circle where the shaman enters, is more than big enough for you to step through. And as you approach and come closer to that beautiful doorway, that portal, it truly is a portal tonight. Recognize that you're about to cross from this dimension to the other dimension. And so spirit guides, animal spirit guides, guardian angels, archangels, ancestor spirits who've crossed to the light, if you wish to join us as we cross through this sacred portal to this other dimension, we welcome you now. And as you step through on the other side of that beautiful Chicana, and you push your arms through to the other side and step all the way out, take your first step onto the other side of that portal, I want you to take a moment before you think about what you're going to see, and I want you to first sense and feel what's happening. What's the temperature like as you cross through that incredible portal space? What do you smell? Or is there a taste that you can recognize? Do you feel a sense of excitement and anticipation? Do you feel a sense of fear and anxiety? Do you feel a sense of concern or curiosity? Just noticing with no judgment what's coming up for you as you step through. And Ishal, Itzamna, as we approach, we're so grateful for your presence this evening. Great honor and reverence for the lands from which you come, the lineage you represent. So I ask that you, as each of us approaches through this sacred portal, that you take each of us by the arm and lead us in the direction of what we need tonight, the medicine that we need for our creation. Each person watching tonight has a vision in their heart, in their mind, of something so important to them, so significant to them, something that they know they are meant to create right now. It's part of the reason why that people are here in this circle tonight. And so as we approach you, we ask for your blessings upon what we will create. And Ishal and Itzamna, I ask that you take each of us now on a mini journey. Take us to the level, to the realm where our work needs to begin. If we need to focus our efforts right where we are right now with the tools and teachers that we have, take us into the middle realm. If we need to connect more powerfully with the stone people, the tree people, the spirit animal realm, take us to the lower realm tonight. If we need to connect more with our own creator, with source, with the divine, with God, the goddess, however we think of that most creative divine force, lead us to the upper realm tonight in our journey together. And you might even imagine just extending your hands out and letting your hands be taken so that you can be guided into this place. And by doing that, by sort of extending your hands, it's a show of surrender. It'll even shift your energy field just to let go a little bit and let them come and take you. And let yourself be guided as you take these first steps. I'm going to get my drum and drum for you for just a couple of minutes, but stay right where you are. Let the God and Goddess come to you. And you might find that spirit animals are starting to gather around you too. I can sense it for some of you. It might be a jaguar that comes. It might be a beautiful bear who comes from the west. It might be jaguar from the south, or coyote from the south, or bear even from the north could come. You might find eagle coming to support you from the east, especially if you have a new beginning that you need to create. And so watch as spirit animal guides come in as well to support you as you move from one realm to another. And just relax and surrender as I drum for you.
And so you should have found your place in one of the realms by now. Would love for you to take your stones. I recommend in your left hand with your right hand over them. And what we're going to imagine for tonight, I'm so glad you guys like that. What we're going to imagine for tonight is with the help of this God and Goddess who are forces of creation. Remember that. Keep that in mind as we do this exercise. I want you to imagine pulling up from the beautiful roots of that Seda tree that connects us to the lower realm. I want you to imagine pulling up all of that energy of the earth into these crystals. All of the wisdom of time, all of the energy of these crystals as they've grown in the middle of the earth, all of the wisdom of the spirit animals, and all of the wisdom of the water that has moved through the ground, the layers, the tectonic shifts, the energies of transformation that our own planet has gone through. Really think about what that means, and all of that coming up through the roots of that Seda tree into these crystals for you tonight. Literally drawing upon the force of energy that's within the earth. And then I want you to imagine the strength of the trunk of that Seda tree surrounding you in Middle Earth, right where you are right now, and all of the energy of the magical people around you, the people in the room right now, the other people watching this with you, me sending a force of creative energy to your work, to your crystals, all of us surrounding you. Imagine all of that energy going into your crystals. And then I want you to imagine the energy of the leaves and the vines, the precious limbs of this Seda tree as they go up into the upper realm, connecting you to God, Source, creation, the Goddess. Whatever you believe has created you and brought you here,
connecting you to the spirits of your deceased ancestors, connecting you to spirit guides, angels and archangels, and all of that energy coming into these crystals tonight for you. And this is the gift of the Mayans. They hold the energy of all three realms. They're one of the only pantheons where they literally hold the energy of heaven and earth, above and below, at once, in such a powerful way. And so I want you to imagine just sending all of the energy, lower realm energy, stone people, tree people, spirit animal people, middle realm energy, all of your peers, other energies in the field right now, across the world, across our universe, and then all of the energies from the upper realm, your guides, guardian spirits, ancestors. And so it is. And so these become very powerful talismans for you. And if there's anything else that you want to dedicate, I've got a cuff that I want to work with and focus this energy on, and one of my bracelets. So if there's any jewelry or anything you want to dedicate, same exact visualization right now. Do it right now. As you're touching these pieces that you want to dedicate and consecrate, imagine the roots of that tree pulling up and coming into your piece that you're working with. Imagine all of the energy from surrounding you in the field and all the energy from above coming into these tools that you want to dedicate. So that whenever you work with these tools, they hold that vibration. It's a very specific frequency that we're working with right now. And so take this last moment before we leave this beautiful space together, whatever realm you've been taken to tonight, to give thanks to Chel and Itzamna for coming forward to show us these energies of creation, for putting their force of energy behind what it is that you're creating in your life, for guiding you and inspiring you tonight to connect in a deeper way. If you have any questions, if anything wasn't clear as you were journeying with the drum, just, take a moment now to ask for clarification, for guidance. So good. And so, just as we came through the Chicana to come into this space, we're going to leave the same way. We're going to move back through that beautiful portal. So good. And if you want, you can invite Itzamna and Chel, or any of the guardian spirits who came tonight to meet you in your journey. You can invite them to come to you in dream time tonight and continue this journey with them. And you can even watch this recording later and let the drum take you back to this beautiful place. It's always an option. I'm so glad you're enjoying it. And so when you're ready, coming back from the realm that you've gone to, finding your way to that wall, that portal, that door. And what's beautiful in shamanic journey is there's always a door. There's always a way back. You just have to find it. And if you can't find it, you always just ask your spirit animal guide, please take me back to the door. Please take me back to the entrance to my current realm. And they will always take you back. So you never have to be worried or afraid when you're in shamanic journey. So coming back to that portal, and just as you stepped through before, stepping through again, back to present time. It's always hard to leave these beautiful sacred places, this coup that we've entered tonight with our beautiful guides. But just knowing that doorway, that portal is always there for you. When we go in meditation to these sacred places, these always exist in the other realms. All you have to do is open the circle and step back in. It's always available to you. And once you have both feet and both hands and your arms back in present time on this side of the veil, just one more time giving thanks for guidance that you received tonight. And if you do this journey again, you might actually find that they take you to a different realm next time. None of them are better than the others. The one thing I want to tell you is it's not like lower realm is better than upper realm. So it's just different work. So if they take you lower, it's usually because you have some sort of connection to trees, crystals, animals that needs to be explored. If they take you upper, it's usually because you need to connect with an angel, guardian angel, archangel, spirit guide, ancestor spirit. There's usually something there that needs to be shown to you. And if they keep you in middle earth, middle realm, it's usually because there's something trying to get your attention in your life right now, but you're either so focused above or below that you can't see it. It's a very interesting thing. There's magic all around you, but a lot of times we think unless it comes from above or below, it's not really real. But there's a lot to be seen in your own realm. So, okay. So who went to the lower? Who went to the realm of the tree, roots, and spirit animals? Beautiful, wonderful, wonderful. And who stayed where you are? Who stayed in the present realm, middle realm? Would love to hear about that too. And then who went upper realm? Clouds, spirit guides. Wonderful, beautiful. Did anybody not go anywhere? That's okay too, because you might not go now. It might come for you later. And that's the other thing I was saying in the video today. If you didn't see it, you should go back and watch it, because I think it was useful information. One of the things I was talking about is how time is not linear. And so somebody who watches this tomorrow is watching it with us now. Time's not linear. We're human, and so we have a human experience of time, but that doesn't mean that time is linear. It just means that this is all we can do. We're very limited. We're cut off. You know what I mean? So, but just remember that time doesn't exist the way you think it does, just because you experience it that way, if that makes sense. That's beautiful. It looks like it's interesting because here, most people either went upper or lower, lots of middle realm on the feet. So they're having sort of a different experience, which I love too. It's going to be different for everybody every time. All right. So let's open our beautiful circle. So that energy, when we open the circle, came back to you in your right hand. You're going to release it from your right hand counterclockwise, wood or shins, around the circle until it comes back to you in your left hand. And when it does, you turn your palm upside down, sending that energy down to the center of the earth where it can be transformed and transmuted. One of the beautiful things about ritual, you know, the easiest definition of ritual is the coagulation of energies that already exist and the directing of those energies in a specific place or for a specific purpose. So the energy we raised tonight already existed in the field. We just kind of went like this and put it together and then directed it. And that's really what magic is. And now we're releasing that energy to go back out to the universe to serve others, which I think is a beautiful thing too. And so we ended in the East, Guardians of the East. We're so thankful for the new beginning of tonight, of this season, of this beautiful full moon in Libra, which is a new beginning in and of itself. It's an air sign. And so we're thankful for your presence in the circle tonight. We release you. Great guardian spirits of the North, we release you from your service to the circle tonight. So thankful for the grounding, protection, wisdom that you offer. Great guardians of the West, thank you for helping us connect to deeper emotions and to be brave as we do so, to honor the wisdom of the grandmothers and the beautiful watery energy of that gorgeous creation goddess, Chel. And then to the guardians of the South, so grateful for the courage that it takes each month to step more fully into our purpose and expand and create and grow, which is what we're doing tonight. And so we release you from your service to the circle this evening. And so it is. So it is. Now, I have a couple things to tell you, and then we in the room are going to do a little ritual work together with some kyanite. And so you guys who are online have a chance to get free kyanite too, actually. It's I don't know if you saw, but it's a gift with purchase right now. If you say code Libra in your notes, you get a free piece of blue kyanite. You get a little sample of Libra perfume, just as our gift. And that's if you make a purchase tonight of any size, you get that as a free gift. I'm giving it tonight to people who are in the room. And then the idea is working with kyanite over the next 3 to 4 weeks until we meet again is going to help you find balance in this season of growth, so that you don't, it's not all or nothing. Do you know what I mean? There has to be some sense of balance and cooperation. Does that make sense? Okay, so that's a free thing. And then tonight, so I charged Pink Moon perfume today under the Pink Moon. And so you get a free bottle, bless you. You get a free bottle right now if you say code PINK. As long as you spend $15, you get a free $27 bottle of Pink Moon perfume, which is kind of fun. So that is active right now too. So it's code PINK for Pink perfume, Pink Moon perfume, made and charged today. And then it's code Libra for your free kyanite and your perfume and your healthy balance little kit, which looks like, it looks really cute, and I just don't have it right now. Oh, here it is. It looks like that. That's what you get for free. It's a tea light and a crystal and a perfume sample. It's actually 2 crystals. Thank you. My gift to you. Okay. And then next month, I'm going to blow out my candles in just a minute, but I want to do that with intention. Next month, we're working with Isis and Osiris. I think the kits sold out already today. Is that true, Laura? Yeah, they're gone. I don't know if we have. I don't know if we have more, and I think the reason they're gone is that you get a free papyrus. People are really excited about it. I will tell you, if you get a chance not to miss the Isis perfume, I'm going to pass it around here so people can experience it. They're both really good. Isis has pure white lotus essential oil from Egypt, which I had never smelled pure white lotus before. So if you want to experience white lotus, that's Isis. And then Osiris has myrrh and vetiver, known as Rucus, which was also imported for that perfume. So these are pure essential oil blends. Probably that's the most expensive ritual perfume I've ever offered you before. And that may be the other reason why it sold out, because I didn't raise the price. So it is a regular price item, but it's really special. But yes, if you buy, if we're able to get more in stock, and if you buy both Isis and Osiris, you get a free papyrus, which is kind of cool, isn't it? Oh, are they in stock? Okay, they're there. They're there. But just don't forget to say pink, because you get a free perfume too with your ritual kits. Okay, so I'm actually going to leave this live. If you guys want to stay on and just listen on as we do a little ritual with our kyanite here in the room, and then I'll close this down. So for Earth Day, we're going to do my team is doing a Pachamama ritual where, if you saw that kit in the shop, a Pachamama is an offering to Mother Earth, and it's a very sacred process in South America. And everything in the Pachamama has to be biodegradable, because you're returning this offering to the mother. And so my team is going to do one. We're actually going to videotape it and post it before Earth Day, so that if you want to do a Pachamama with your tribe, you can follow basically what we do and do your own Earth Day ritual. I think Earth Day is so special, but I'm always looking for a new fun way to celebrate it. And so what you do is you lay this beautiful biodegradable cloth out. You can use muslin, or you can use, we usually use canvas or some sort of, it has to be organic. And then everybody who comes brings offerings. Candy, flowers, seashells, crystals, and your goal is to make it as gorgeous as you can. Because the gods like color, they like candy, they like flowers. A lot of people put fresh fruit. Sometimes they put those little mini bottles of tequila, like they'll pour tequila and different things on it. Anyway, and then, but it's actually a very sacred process. And then once everybody has made their contribution, and you go clockwise around the circle, once everybody has made their contribution, you bind the despacho, which is what we call the offering. You bind it all up, you tie it, and then there's a couple of different things you can do. I like to burn mine as a ritual sacrifice of the items that we put inside, and then take the ash and bury the ash to the east. So that's my process, but you can choose to do however you want, and you don't have to burn it. You can actually just bury it. If it's all biodegradable, it's perfectly safe to give back to the mother. Some people send it out into the ocean and just let the waves take it, which is beautiful too. You just want to surrender it to an element. Does that make sense? So we're going to videotape all of this for you before Earth Day, put it out there, and then hopefully it will inspire you to go and have your own Earth Day festival. Doesn't that sound like fun? It's really neat. And actually, the more you research despacho and sacred offerings and the idea of making these offerings to Pachamama, the more you research it, the more inspired you're going to get. You're going to find all kinds of things, and like you can write your own ritual for it. You can write a blessing and an invocation and take it to a whole other magical level. Enjoy. Okay, so we're gonna do a little ritual work in the room. You're welcome to stay online. I'm gonna come back and shut this down before we leave tonight. All right. Thanks, you guys. Okay, so everybody who's in the room, I need you to make your way to a piece of kyanite. Here's one that's tiny. We'll start with Elizabeth. And just once you have your kyanite, any size blade is okay that you want to work with. I wonder if we should separate these into 2 containers and pass another set of them around this way, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, this will take a while. Yeah. Actually, you know, would some of you on this side mind if I gave you a piece? No. Is that okay? Okay. Okay. I'll make sure it feels like sponge. you're not familiar with kyanite, kyanite is really sweet medicine. Kyanite grows with quartz, smoky quartz. It grows with ruby. Really hot. And it comes in blue and black and green and orange. The blue is for balance. This helps with vertigo. It helps anybody menopausal. It helps with hormone balance. It also helps with conversion. Okay, once you have your piece, close your eyes, connect with the energy of the piece. Where's the tree that's flying around? You just really let yourself listen to the stone. Okay, connecting with your piece. And one of the ways I like to work with stones is I like to ask them to tell me their story. Where did you come from? What messages do you have for me? How am I supposed to work with you? Close your eyes and let that stone tell you its story. There's a lot. You guys surprised us tonight in the most beautiful way. How many more people want to okay. Are you guys okay on time? If you're not, I understand. We just really tired. So got one? Yeah. It's raining kyanite, everybody. Don't get some rain. It's a little sliver. Okay. Thank you. You're welcome. Okay. Do we have these? No. I have okay. Anybody else need a piece? Woohoo! Pretty sure for you. Another piece? Is it singing to you? Is it telling you a story? Anybody else need one? Okay. This, what I will tell you is this kyanite is Brazilian. Okay. So it should be taking you down that way. That is exactly where it came from. So what I want you to do with this stone is, and some of you need to wear this. And I'm just, are you getting it? Some of you, the guidance is so clear. Like I almost can't get this wire up for you fast enough. And you can do it yourself. Don't make it fancy. Like the stone needs to be the star of the show. But there's about, I would at least have to say, a third of you who are supposed to wear this piece. Until you don't feel like you want to wear it anymore, you just don't wear it. Or in your bra for now would be really, really good. Okay. So, yeah, right? Yeah, you can be able to pop it out of there and play with it and touch it. Yeah. Okay. So close your eyes.
No, I have
Close your eyes. Okay. So hold it in your left hand. Put your right hand over your stone. And ask the crystal, so am I supposed to wear you? If you are supposed to wear it, your hand will get warm. Keep your right hand above the stone. Don't touch the stone with your right hand. You're just looking for warmth or a vibration, a tingle of some kind. Are you supposed to wear it? Are you supposed to meditate with this stone? Are you supposed to carry the stone with you? What is the stone going to teach you? And then when you want to play a little bit, move your hand away from the top of your palm and then back. And away and then back. And the difference is the vibration of the crystal. So for those of you who are like, I don't ever know what I'm supposed to feel or anything, the difference when you come back is the vibration of the stone. Do you feel the difference when you put your hand away and then bring it back? Do you feel like you want to bring your hand back over the stone? Mm-hmm. Yeah, right? So, and if you do, that's because that's medicine for you right now. Like I said, this is the medicine for the collective right now. Balance, alignment, not feeling dizzy or confused, coming into complete and total clarity. This is the medicine of our world right now. But I also think it's the medicine of the space right now, and certainly of this woman. So, on our behalf, guides, of everyone who is here, we call you in. We ask for blessings upon each piece of kyanite that leaves this room tonight. May each person in this room be healed, aligned, connected, balanced, and be brought to peace. Each time they hold the stone, may it be instant and complete for them. And together we say, Amen, I hope so it is. So it is. You have quite a talisman in your hands. Now, because you probably have other blue kyanite, I recommend making a note of what differentiates this piece from others in your collection so that it doesn't kind of get lost in the mix of other things. But cheers! It'll be fun if we all kind of like see each other while wearing our kind of touch into each other.
All the different creative ways they made it.
I know, right? It all should be really fun. I would love to see pictures of this too. If I don't see you next time, send me a picture or post a picture and we can talk about our kyanites around the globe, right?
Thank you.
It's really cool. It does. It connects us. The energy unites us anyway. Okay. It's true. It's true. Thank you all so much for coming and for letting me bring this to you tonight. It's my pleasure. I see the divine in you. I'm very grateful for your presence. I'm thankful to that beautiful man who brought our little guardian angel of the group tonight. I'm calling him out, but I'm very grateful for him. I'm grateful for you, sir. You were a guardian who got everyone off the stairs. It's very sweet. May you be blessed in all ways. Next month, Isis and Osiris is coming back to the theme of love. We haven't really worked with love this way in quite a long time. Isis and Osiris is one of the oldest, most powerful love narratives. And so we're going to be talking about love connection. We're going to be talking about soulmate connection and calling that in, because that really is what they are. They are the ultimate soulmate. They're a power couple. And so I hope you're excited about working with them next month too. All right. I'll see you guys then. Thank you so much.
Thank you.